And you can see how much money I am missing because I'm here talking to you guys. I could be out driving, but here I am. So if you appreciate that, make sure you hit the like button. This city council isn't as united as they appear. There've been some back and forth, some clashes, and they're supposed to vote again before May 1st to like really solidify if this is something you want to do. There's some council members that are headstrong, we're doing this, and some are kind of like, wait, pump the brakes, let's slow down. So this is one of the council members. It says, City Council Member Michael Rainville, we cannot afford to lose Uber and Lyft in Minneapolis. We're just going to quickly read this to see what his opinion is on this, see if it's like worthy of something. My office has been inundated with calls and emails from constituents who are irate and bewildered by the recent rideshare ordinance passed by my colleagues on the Minneapolis City Council and the subsequent decision by Lyft and Uber to discontinue services in Minneapolis and the surrounding metro area. That guy can write. That was some good word choices. I vetoed against the ordinance along with council members Latricia and Leanna. This ordinance was passed hastily based on anecdotal information as opposed to hard data. That's just bad policy. I agree. Pair this with a lack of imagination and overly simplistic understanding of extremely complex issues, and you get a cascading avalanche of unintended consequences. This guy can write. Seniors and those living with disabilities have come to rely on rideshare companies for everyday needs and essential services such as healthcare visits. They deserve the dignity of their independence, and the ordinance robs them of it. I'm extremely concerned for the livelihoods of those workers who serve in our nighttime hospitality and entertainment economy, and all of the workers who support them. These businesses and their ability to provide jobs are dependent on visitors, and if visitors don't feel like they have a safe, reliable, and efficient option for transportation, they would take their business elsewhere along with those jobs. I don't think that's much of a concern. I think people will figure it out. The council members who support this ordinance argue that all will be well because other rideshare companies will either come to town or magically materialize overnight. I think this is wishful thinking at best and absolutely no substitute for a plan. I agree that is not a great substitute for a plan, and I've discussed how I'm disappointed that Moldova did not have a solution ready. He did an interview with the rideshare guy last week. I made a video responding to that. Disappointed. But I don't think just having a rideshare company is going to solve everything. I think that the main issue is the paper mile and the paper time. It equates to almost $45 an hour, judging by the average amount of rides, which would probably fluctuate under a new system, but it won't fluctuate to the point where it's now going from $45 an hour to $15 an hour. So like, just because a new company steps in doesn't mean that my concerns are quelled, you know? Like, sure, yes, having a company step in is great, but I still think that drivers are going to make less money if the demand isn't there, right? So there's a chance that demand will be there. Everything is moving well. People are willing to pay these prices. Great, fantastic. I just don't currently believe that will happen, or a very small percentage of me believes that could happen. He says, I have a strong track record of support for organized labor and the right to collective bargaining. I believe people deserve a fair wage in exchange for their efforts. However, like my constituents, I fail to see how this ordinance gets us there. Instead of increasing wages for rideshare drivers, this ordinance threatens to put thousands of them out of work completely beginning May 1st, assuming that there is no alternative, but an alternative should have been here before they voted on it. It's sad that they didn't do that. They had 6 months. This has been going on for over 6 months. This isn't something that just popped up out of the blue. Uber and Lyft has said that they would leave 6 months ago. If you want to show your appreciation for me being on top of important news and getting it to you in a way that matters as quickly as matters, please hit the thumbs up on this video and please consider subscribing. Thank you.